doing my speech on Carl Jung's Archetypes. And archetypes are like myth in that they're kind of the old ancient stories. And they're unlike science in the way that they stay the same, but they always have a lot of truth to them. Science is different. It's very, very accurate, but it changes all the time. And these myths are not, these ones are from Carl Jung was from Switzerland about 100 years ago. And so they're kind of European oriented. But you'll find that these same patterns are in a lot of Aboriginal cultures. And I want to get back to that a little bit later. The other part of this is that all the references are to men. And this was because at that time, this was before women were invented, I guess, 100 years ago. And that was just the way they were, but that's just how I'm doing it. There's been people that have altered those, but this is the way it is for now. And if I go any further, I might embarrass myself, so I'm going to stop there. Anyway, and they're kind of like energies. The first one I'm going to talk about is the lover energy. Now this energy is the energy of new beginnings. For me, this is like when I wake up in the morning and I just came off of a dream, or I've been thinking about something, I solved a problem, and my feet haven't hit the ground yet, and I'm still just imagining this wonderful idea. It's the world of ideas. Anything's possible. The animal, there's an animal and kind of a ritual to this. The animal is a song sparrow. And also this is the energy that can, if you have too much, if it's out of balance, it can lead to trouble. Like if you love things too much, it can be the addict. They are in love with something just too much and they overdo it. It's kind of like overdone. And on the other side, if there's less energy there, it's the impotent lover. So the next one is quite different. Oh, for the lover, it's in the morning. The time of day is in the morning, and the time of year is spring, like right now. The other one is, the next one is the warrior energy. And this is the energy of getting things done, being businesslike, and just plowing through your list of things to do, trying something different, just being brave. The time of year is summer, and the time of day is noon. The animal for that is the dog, because that serves the king, who I'll get into later. And when this is in imbalance, this energy can be the bully when it's too strong. And this is the one that affects a lot of women, because the bully can really be very hurtful to feminine energy. And on the other side, if it's too weak, it can be the masochist, which is also bad. But in balance, it's really good. It gets things done. And for me, it's like getting up and going through my list in the morning. I just feel really good to get stuff done. The next one is a magician, and this is the energy of transformation. Like when you have that aha moment, it changes your life, where anything's possible. And you see your eyes light up there. And the animal here is the cave bear, because he kind of goes into his cave and comes out transformed after maybe hibernation or this transformation. And the negative part of that can be the manipulator or the trickster. And at the other side, it can be the dummy. So it can be very, very useful or not. And for me, that's when I go into my shop and I might work on some piece of wood, and it takes like many steps to do something, make a piece of furniture or something with this. And when people see that, they see the raw wood and then they see the thing at the end, they think, wow, this is magic. How did he do this? But it's just a number of little steps, one step at a time, and it really isn't that big of a deal. But when you see the whole thing happen, and you don't see the middle part, all the work, it's really, really magic. So for me, it's been that. It takes craft and things. The last one is the king. Now the king is the sovereign. He's the visionary. And the animal is the owl, the wise old owl. The time of day is actually midnight. And the time of year is winter, like with the owl in the dark of midnight. Now it's interesting about the king because the king is the sovereign. Sometimes the king actually gives up his own vote to make the community come together. But he makes it all come together. And that's in a good functioning society, that's the warrior serves the king. The warrior doesn't serve, the warrior gets stuff done, but he has to serve the king. So that's in imbalance, the king could be the tyrant, which could be very, very dangerous. Actually, in a child, it could be the high chair tyrant, or high chair bully, I guess. And then in the weakness, it could be, the other imbalanced part of the whole thing could be the weakling. So what I wanted to do, I wanted to ask, does anybody know of any native myths that are related to any of these energies? Can anybody think of anything? Like the warrior. Can you think of anything like that? Okay, I'll ask you to make a stretch then. Can anybody think of, like the warrior, something you do that has scared you, but you've gone ahead and done it anyway? That's kind of like a warrior type thing. Anybody think of a story like that? Go ahead.
Toastmasters, speaking in front of people.
That's perfect. And then the magician. It's take part in rites of passage. Anybody think of a musician or magician? Think, find a mentor. Can anybody think of a king experience that they've had? There must be some. Maybe as a mentor. Has anybody had a mentor? Been a mentor? Anybody think of anything like that?
Is it when you're in charge of a staff, you're kind of the king?
Exactly. Yeah.
King poop.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that's been what has helped me recognize my energies and maybe help you recognize yours. Thank you very much.